Friends, Cece here. And yesterday I went thrifting. I haven't gone thrifting in a while, but I haven't been sewing for a super long time. So I was like, okay, well, let me go thrifting because I feel like that would be a great place to get linens, which I could use as fabric. And yeah, get something a little different. I kind of like stuff that's a little more vintagey looking and something older. And yeah, so as I'm standing here with this wooden thing. Okay. So this is one of the things I bought. I washed all this, so I had to take it apart. But it was originally like this. So this was folded in, and then this was on the outside. I'm just trying to give you a visual. So this was essentially what it looked like. It was really old, and I was like, I can use this piece. So essentially this was the inside. It had one small little pocket. So I thought I could flip it. I don't know what gave me this stroke of inspiration, but I thought I could flip it, and I thought I'd show you the process as I do it. So welcome. All right, let's go over here. I think what I want to do first, let me try and angle you down. What I want to try and do first is I want to iron these pieces just so I have a proper like spacing situation. I don't genuinely think this is gonna be a super hard and long project. I'm actually working on an apron right now also. I've officially become that woman that has projects that aren't finished, but right now I figure, you know what, I can pop this out, maybe list it on my Etsy store, make some money if I want. So that's kind of where I am right now. So what I wanted to do is I just want to really get the size of this. So that's basically what we're working with there. Then we'll go with this. So we're gonna go ahead. This is going to be the internal space. So, and I kind of was like looking at it while I was there. I was like, okay, I can kind of see how they made it originally. And that was kind of what gave me hope that I could maybe remake it. Okay, and then I can't wait to show you the fabric I bought to put on the outside. And I knew that there was probably no way I was gonna be able to salvage the internal fabric. I mean, it's really old, it was stained. Potentially I could have bleached it, but I just feel like giving it a revamp and a new life is just so beautiful. I feel like that's gorgeous for any type of older piece, taking it and just give it a new life. Okay, so what I thought would be fabulous for this is these pants. So I went ahead and I kind of, hold on, let me move you up again. Okay, hold on. Actually, wait. So these are the pants I went and got, which I think will be perfect. These are a size large, 14s. So I figure there should be enough fabric. And when I can't decide if I want to use this piece, which I feel like for this right now, as a beginner, I feel like I want to just use the legs and kind of just go with this. I'm going to cut and measure and kind of go from there. So I'll kind of take you along, but let me try and figure out what I'm doing first, and then I'll come back to you. And I just want to preference this by saying I am a completely new sewer. I have no idea what I'm doing, so I'm very much a give it a go. Let's see how it goes. And if it turns out terribly, it turns out terribly. But for now, right now I have a lot of hope for this project. So I'm going to get my little pen, my washout pen. And I'm gonna kind of see how big of a space we're looking at for the bag. And it's not perfectly done, but also it was the inside being a little bit bigger, actually, these two pieces are about the same size. So on the top, this inner one is a little smaller. So what I'm going to decide now is what kind of material I want to use for the inside. I don't know yet. So let me think on that. I think white probably. I have plenty of white, so I could definitely do white. So I'll probably do white. But let me get that and then I'll be back. Like, I feel like this view is pretty solid. Like I was saying, I have this and this has holes. So that's essentially how we're gonna attach the fabric in there. I'm gonna hand sew these. And then right now what I'm doing is I'm just cutting this fabric. So generally I feel like you should use something more sturdy, but for me, I am not super comfortable with a, you know, like a Exacto or anything like that, like the Fiskars. I'm not super comfortable, and that's fine. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna hand cut this all and essentially go around and cut this. Like I said, my name's Courtney. I'm brand new to sewing, and I have decided, I guess today, that what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna flip some projects from what I bought some stuff. I'm really excited. I bought this it's like a I'm like really excited. I bought this like jacket, and like the jacket itself is really old. And it's not even a jacket, it's actually a robe. And it's gorgeous. It has like a lace trim. It's really pretty. And I was like, oh, you know what would be so good for this is making it into a jacket. So I'm currently kind of in the planning stages for that, kind of trying to figure out what I want to do with that. So the first piece I'm going to do is obviously this bottom piece, the internal piece. And I think I should put a pocket, but I'm just not going to because I'm just not confident enough in my pocket making abilities to cut it yet. So this is kind of what I'm starting with, and then I'm going to cut it down the middle once I measure it and stuff. So I'm going to get this. I'm going to make sure we're kind of like from edge to edge, and we're going to cut. Okay. Well, we're going to draw and then we're going to cut. Okay. So I just want to go corner to corner. It's not my best line I ever did. This pen is kind of like, it kind of dies a lot. If anybody has any pens that they really like for like fabric, let a girl know, please. And honestly, this piece can be done with that. Don't mind me always with the allergies. We live in Florida, okay? We live in Florida. And I can hear my husband once again telling me, Courtney, get out your glove. Sorry, honey. We're going small and itsy bitsy cut here, so I'll survive. Okay. All right. So now we have these two pieces, which I'm going to sew together. I'm going to leave the top open. And I think I'm going to do that as my first step. Actually, I want to cut my pants as well first. And then I will be back. Okay. All right, bye. Okay, so right now I'm like working on the pants. I'm trying to like think of the best idea for this. And I think cutting them down the leg is gonna be my best bet first. And then go from there, I think. Like I wanna leave this piece. This piece is like has a little detail. I wanna leave that just in case. But for now, I'm gonna take this and I'm kind of just gonna make my way exactly the wrong way, but it's working pretty good, so can't hate it. The biggest thing that I'm learning is like I don't know what I'm doing. I literally learned how to sew like a couple weeks ago, so like if I'm doing anything wrong ever and you just kind of notice, what are you doing, hit me up with any types of tips or tricks. I want to hear, I want to know all the sewing secrets that all my women's seamstresses have found before I. Okay, that worked pretty good. Around this pocket as well. I just want to go, so dangerous. Okay, so this little detail that I want to keep is just gonna have to, might be a no. Okay, it's a no for me. It's gonna be a no on saving that. No salvage. So now we kind of have an open leg. And then what I want to do is so this has a beautiful waistband that I could use for a different project. So I'm gonna keep that, actually. I want to keep her. So I'm gonna go ahead with my scissors. You never know, like there might be a time where I'm like, you know what I really want is a buffalo print light blue waistband. And you know what? I'm gonna say, let me look, because I have that. I got it. I want it, I got it. Okay. I'm basically just going around. And I feel like today, these days with AI, things can be, there's a lot more like abilities to like learn stuff on the internet these days, I think, as opposed to like maybe like 10 years ago or so. Like I feel like you can learn how to do stuff on the internet, but the best thing to do, I think that the thing that holds us all back the most is that fear of trying and like not knowing what we're doing, wasting money doing it and all of that. I think like once you get past that, you're kind of like, you know what? I bought these pants, I bought this shirt, I bought this bag, I'm probably $5 in the hole right now. Let's see what I can do. And I think that at this point in time, in my journey at least, there's worse things that I could be spending $5 on. A coffee. I could be buying a coffee, but I didn't buy a coffee. I bought a pair of old pants that won't fit me and a bag that is disgusting and old. So right now, we have her. So this is my main fabric. Honestly, I would love to keep that pocket. I'm not going to. So that seems like a whole lot of salvaging. So now we have the pants open like this. So that gives me a good amount of fabric. This actually is gonna fit so nicely here. This is beautiful. So I'm gonna move it up a little bit and I'm going to have the same space on the back. So that's great. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna just line her up, see where it goes, give it a see how it goes on this channel. You can always follow me on Instagram. I've used Instagram the longest. It's definitely my highest visibility account. As a mom, I feel like we don't get a lot of time to ourselves. In-laws took my miles and I'm just enjoying myself. This is me enjoying myself. Can you tell? Drawing with this pen that's not working. Love that for us. This is the point in the project when it wasn't made with love. So we have our bag front. You have a seam allowance for a reason. I think this bag is gonna turn out really cute. It will be available on my Etsy shop if you want it. It should fit on this back part right here. It is the same size as this other piece we cut out. That is this piece. So this is gonna be my outside of my bag. Oh my God, this is gonna be so cute. So let me go ahead. And what about, let's calm down. Because I was like, oh, we could do a ruffle bit. I kind of love the idea. So come back to me. I'm gonna actually think about the ruffles. I might actually do ruffles, so I'll be back. All right, so now we have the pants open like this. So that gives me a good amount of fabric. All right, so I couldn't decide originally if I wanted to use a pocket or any of the seams on this, and I decided I'm not going to. This was the outer piece. Oh, this actually is gonna fit so nicely here. This is beautiful. So I'm gonna move it up a little bit. And I'm going to have the same space on the back, so that's great. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna just line her up, see where it goes, give it a go, see how it goes on this channel. I heard that TikTok is dying, and a lot of people always tell me, you need to get on TikTok. And I am on TikTok, but short form content isn't really for people that talk as much as me. Maybe, I don't know, I just don't. It's not my cup of tea. And I feel like YouTube is where I want to be, call my home. And you can always follow me on Instagram. I've used Instagram the longest. It's definitely my highest visibility account. I have people that have watched me on there for a really long time. So Instagram's just kind of easy for me. This pen is killing me. I'm not trying to be difficult here. I just want to draw a line. I need to buy a new pen, preferably one that actually works. I have the house to myself today, so I don't know what to do with myself. Oh wait, I know exactly what to do with myself. As a mom, I feel like we don't get a lot of time to ourselves. My in-laws took my kid, my son. My in-laws took my miles, and I'm just enjoying myself. This is me enjoying myself. Can you tell? Drawing with this pen that's not working. Love that for us. This is the point in the project when it wasn't made with love.
So I ended up deciding to go with lace, and this is me just adding the lace and pinning and using clips until I was ready to sew.
First thing I should probably do is the inside. This is the inside of my bag. So let's go ahead and flip her. And that's not anything special, but it's done. I should have done this prior, but here we are. We always can get what we want. We're trying to make her as perfect as we can. And it's gonna be a little funky, but we want to go slow. Sometimes we're fun to be fast and go super quick, but I don't think this is the project for that speed. We've closed her up. We'll figure out the distance and then we'll do the other side. Come with me. So I went ahead and I attached the inside. The inside's nice and attached. It's a little smaller than the actual space, but I think it'll work. So let's go ahead and put on the outer part. So she's finally done. I just want to remind you, I made this bag with $5 in my pocket, a pair of pants, and an old, really beat up and stained bag. And this is the finished product. I'm so proud of her. I put the ladle lace trim. It opens. It's not the most beautiful on the inside, but it opens. You can put stuff in it, and it's so cute. But thanks for following along. My first bag. Bye.